Hello everyone, I'm Breor and welcome back to Goodgame Empire. A few months ago here on the channel you would have found me attempting to make a video series called Quick Tips. All the videos in that series were supposed to be very short and contain one important piece of information each. I could never keep the videos short, however, and ultimately that series failed. I still have lots of tips though, so I'd like to share them with you rapid fire in this compilation video. Please enjoy. While players can hold 30 resource villages apiece in Burning Sands and in Fire Peaks, they can only hold 15 in Everwinter. This means that resource villages are much easier to acquire in Ice, so easy, in fact, that you will eventually find an open one if you keep scrolling around the map. It may take some dedication and some time, but this is a great way to legitimately acquire RVs. Once you find a free resource village, capture it by sending an attack with wolves as I'm doing now. Wolves can be bought for charcoal at the native village. If you don't have enough charcoal, or if you haven't unlocked the village, you may use regular macemen instead, but you'll need to send more of them. There are two types of bookmarks that can be used in Goodgame Empire. Alliance bookmarks are set by high-ranking officials in an alliance. If you're an alliance leader, and your alliance is powerful enough to have a safe house, place your safe house in your alliance bookmarks. For those who might be wondering, a safe house is a player who has initiated protection mode and can be supported by the Alliance. This provides a way to keep the Alliance attackers safe overnight. As an individual player, I've placed my safe house in my bookmarks right next to the Royal Tower I support in Kingdom of Nef 2. Getting attacked is a part of Goodgame Empire, and I've yet to meet an experienced player who has never lost. This means that you will eventually need to put out fires in your castles. I highly recommend you do so in the traditional way and don't waste rubies on a task that can easily be accomplished without them. That being said, sometimes fires are tough to spot and or click on, so this tip is to use the construction window to find and access them. First click on construction and then click on hide buildings in the castle. Buildings that are on fire will have a flame icon. If you then click on battlements, all of your towers will be shown and will not be blocked by tall buildings. If any of my towers were aflame right now, it would be easy to repair them. I used to think that the Mercenary post was incredibly expensive, and admittedly, it's still not the most worthwhile thing in Goodgame Empire. Consider the Mercenary post an addition to, and not an ample supplement for, the barracks and workshops. That being said, if you have enough coins, you can get great rewards at the Mercenary post. Be on the lookout for missions that offer lucky pennies, which you can convert to rubies at your wishing well. However, if you can't keep up with farming coins, the Mercenary post should be the first thing that you cut from your list of expenses. Do you need to buy tools at the armorer, or upgrade a piece of equipment? Lay off the Mercenary post and watch your coins climb. The gems you should be using for your commander are pink courtyard gems and green flank gems. The green gems, however, are best used exclusively by players with really powerful commanders that need a few more troops to overcome a strong wall defense. As all of my commander gems are pink courtyard gems, I suppose I consider myself in the other category. The gems you should be using for your Castellan are green courtyard gems and green wall gems. Wall gems can be utilized effectively by weaker players provided those players understand how to construct a defense. Most alliances prescribe to their members a standard defense setup, or a way to set your defenses so that you can be protected when you are offline. If you don't know if you are in compliance with your alliance's ruling at all of your castles, go check now. The best standard defense setup for the widest range of levels is, in my opinion, 1198. The tiny number of troops on the left flank and the center will burn your attacker's tools, thus discouraging an attack. The great number of defenders on the right flank will almost ensure you hold at least one section of the wall, which is crucial to denying an attacker a courtyard bonus. You only need to give tools to defenders on the right flank. You can change the setup and defend the left flank if you wish. The King's Market is a place where you can spend a lot of rubies very quickly. Not everything that can be found here is worth it. The big decorative flag, for example, is a complete waste of 5,000 rubies. However, there are three things that are or can be worth it: the Overseer for farmhouses, the Marauder, and the Drill Instructor. You should purchase the Marauder and the Drill Instructor when you most need them, but you should always have your farmhouse Overseer active. Extending the bonuses is cheaper than buying a new, so make sure to purchase more time before the duration of your specialist expires. On the USA 1 server, players really look down at stealing resource villages, or taking them from other active players without permission. I can't condone that behavior either, but if you want to get away with it, just send lots of failed spies after you make your attacks. Due to the message limit imposed upon players' inboxes, the reports from spies will wipe the battle report out of the player's messages. Use this tip at your own risk, and know that most players will figure something suspicious is up. If you'd like to protect yourself from this type of attack, record the coordinates of all of your RVs like I have. If someone's really your friend, you could probably do better by them than spamming their email with a link for Goodgame Empire. But if you know they're interested in playing, make sure they sign up with your link. You'll get rewards when they start to level up and when they purchase rubies from the shop. Your friend will be told of your location when they join the game. If you have lots of successful friends in the game, you can get a relatively powerful set for your commanders. I suppose I do have something to plug. My own friend link can be found in the description of every one of my videos and on my channel page. The War of the Realms is the most difficult event to understand in Goodgame Empire, and that's partly because Goodgame Studios has been pointedly abstract with it. Nevertheless, all foreign invader castles have their tools stacked only 1 unit deep, which means you can use sacrifices to clear out these tools and save troops and tools. A sacrifice is a single troop placed in the first wave that will expend the enemy's defensive tools. Once again, you will only need 1 wave of sacrifices for foreign invaders. I made a whole video on this tip. If you need more explanation, click the annotation now. Those are all the tips I have for free today. If you learned something new, please share this video with a member of your alliance, as they could benefit from hearing that information too. Thanks for watching, and let me know in the comment section if you want me to make another of these videos.